when we begin to look at a desert, and when we begin to think of a desert, we begin to see a place that seems to be all alone. When you begin to look at the desert, you see a place where isolation is. When you begin to look at a desert, you begin to see a place where there's hope. There's no growth. There's no future. There is nothing happening in the desert there. But let's look at the Bible. Do you remember Hagar? Come on. Hagar come from Abraham and Sarah. Abraham began to come along with Hagar, and they begin to conceive a child. And when they conceived the child, can I tell you, ladies, can I tell you, his wife began to get jealous. Yes, she did. And then can I tell you, later on, his wife began to conceive a child. So there began to be just a little bit of tension there. Can I tell you, Abraham began to send Hagar away. But not only did he only send Hagar away, but he sent Hagar and the child, which was Ishmael. He sent them away to a desert place. What did we say about the desert? They sent them to a desert place, to a desert to basically to do one thing, maybe to die. But when they got in that desert place, they began to look, and it didn't seem like there was any growth. When they got in that desert place, they felt like they were all alone. They began to look, and they began to feel like they were hopeless. There was no life there. There was no future for them. They were in this desert place. But when they were in that desert place, as she began to say they're in that desert place, where she was in the place where she was rejected. When she was in the place where she was rejected, she was in a place where she seemed like she was afraid. She was in a place where there was no growth. But when she was in that desert place, can I tell you, God had set her up. When she was in that desert place and all alone, can I tell you, the God that created her seen her. The God that created her cared for her. Can I tell you, the God that created her and this child, God began to call her by name. And God not only worked in Hagar's life, God began to work in the child's life there. When she seen nothing, when there was no life, when there was no way out, the one that seen her brought hope. Can I tell you, God seen her in that desperate situation. God seen the child that was in that desperate situation. Hagar was precious in the sight of God. God seen her, God got her, and God loved her. Can I tell you, just like Hagar, Hagar was not rejected. Can I tell you, you are not alone. Come on, you may feel like you've been rejected, but can I tell you, you are not alone. In the deserts of our own life, we can always find the God that sees us. I want you to understand that in the deserts of your own life, can I tell you, we can find the God that sees us right where we are. The God that created Hagar seen her. The God that created Hagar got her. She felt like she was rejected, but can I tell you, God seen her in that desert place. God seen her in that loneliness. God seen her when there seemed to be no hope. There was no way out. God seen her. He looked upon her and he called her name. And he said, "Get up, child." He said, "I am your hope." Can I tell you, where you are today in your desert place, you may be like Hagar. You may be in a place where you feel all alone. You may be in a place of hopelessness. You may be in a place of desperation. Can I tell you, God gets you? Can I tell you that God understands you? Where you are right now, there is a Spirit of God speaking to you. And can I tell you, God gets you. He's calling you. He's nudging you. He's calling your name right now. And he's saying, "Get up, child.